Hi, welcome to PCMag Live. I'm Jill Duffy here with Alex Colon today. And one of the big headlines today in tech news is that Snapchat has added some new features.
Yeah, Snapchat just added video calling and instant messaging. Prior to this, if you wanted to have a conversation with someone, you would have had to snap a photo and add a caption to it. Now you can just send text back and forth, and from that menu, you can also initiate a video call. So if you see that someone is reading one of the messages you sent, you'll get a button that allows you to enter right into a video call with them.
Now, Snapchat, we have to remember, is sort of the ephemeral messaging service. So the idea is that nothing is saved, everything is deleted, although there are some workarounds. You can sort of take screenshots and save some things. So we shouldn't think of this as a way to send really naughty material back and forth, because of course, you can always get a copy of a digital file.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of, that was the idea when it started, but it was quickly proven wrong. So.
Yeah. Well, in other news, Google now has added a parking card. I really like this feature. I think it's kind of fun. So if you use the Google Now app, it will now tell you where you've parked your car. Does this sound like something you would use?
So I don't have a license. I can't drive. I wouldn't use it. But I mean, maybe if I were, you know what, I don't bike either. But if I were biking, maybe I could use it to locate my bike. But I kind of wonder how granular it gets. I mean, if you're parking on the street in the city, that's fine, then I'll know what street. But if you're in a lot, can it actually pinpoint where your car is?
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit hard to know because you won't have any street signs on your map telling you where you are. Now, from what I was reading, this app, if you enable this feature in the Google Now app, it will also give you some false positives about other motion. So say you're on a bus and the bus is moving, you get off, suddenly it notices that your location, your GPS data has stopped changing rapidly. It thinks you've now parked a car and gotten out. So you'll have to have a lot of dismissals of false positives, as it were.
And actually, I do wonder, if you're the kind of person who doesn't remember where you park, will you remember to even use this in the first place?
Yeah, I think this is one of those things, if it's not right in your face with a strong push notification, you're totally going to forget about it. Well, in other news, Facebook had its F8 conference yesterday. This was really a developer-focused conference more than anything else, with one notable exception, and that was that Facebook Connect is now going to have an anonymous authentication service. So if you're using other apps that allow you to authenticate using your Facebook login, this will allow you to do so anonymously to kind of try out the app. Do you use the Facebook authentication at all, Alex?
So I actually think it's great because there have been apps before where I just won't log in. If Facebook is my only way to get in, it depends on what the app is. But you know, there are sometimes I don't want everyone to know that I'm playing whatever lame game it is.
Sure. So. I think it's also a matter of privacy too. You might not want to have your friends' data shared with an app, which is something that was sort of not really clear before, and a lot of people had a lot of concerns about it. So I think this is a sign of maturity for the company that it's adding this anonymous authentication. You're going to be seeing it in some select apps at first, including Flipboard, but then it'll slowly roll out over time with some of the other apps. So I had a reader question the other day. We were having a conversation on Twitter about the differences between men and women and their app usage. So the interesting thing is that women actually use more apps, download more apps, and pay for more apps. So Chris C. on Twitter was asking if mobile casual games was one of the causes. The answer is no. So Alex, you know the top 5 categories that women use?
The top 5 categories for women are social media, news, productivity, lifestyle, and books. So not games.
No games at all in there. The other fun fact is that while women are downloading more apps, buying more stuff in apps, men are more susceptible to malware. Not a huge surprise there.
I wonder why.
Let's take a look at one cool thing. Every day we pull something off the shelves, show it to you here in PCMag Labs. Today it's the Withings Pulse O2. So this is a fitness tracker. It's from the company called Withings. They do a ton of other activity monitors, scales, blood pressure cuffs. So there's a whole ecosystem that allows you to save data about your activity. The new thing in the Pulse O2 is the O2, which is an oximeter. This reads the oxygen saturation levels in your blood. The thing about it is, do you even know what that means?
I have no idea what that means.
I didn't either, and I feel like I'm a pretty informed consumer. So when I started using this and I got readings of a blood oxygen level of between 95 and 99, I had to go look up what it meant. So I felt like this was a feature that was added without a whole lot of use for the majority of people, and for that and a few other reasons, it wound up scoring 3 out of 5 stars. So pretty middle of the pack. It costs $119 and it's on sale now. That's it for our show today. Check out PCMag Live every weekday and we'll see you next time.